again, and welcome to Sam's 10-Minute Tuesdays. I'm Mickey Straub, and Joe Templin is on the line again today. Joe, great to see you.
Good seeing you, my friend.
I know we're talking about one of my favorite subjects. I know it's one of yours also. We kind of teed it up last week, and we talked about busy versus business and what to do versus the other. Well, kind of this I think goes back to a little bit more of the why of you want to be more doing business work instead of just busy work. It has to do with pain of discipline or pain of regret. So today's topic is fitting. It's which pain is greater, discipline or regret?
Oh, I love this subject because, I'm sore from working out this morning and all that. Tonight, I've got to do a big run. I'm supposed to do 5 miles as part of my training for Ragnar coming on up. But you know what? There's pain involved in running, but it is a lot less than the pain of arthritis, of heart disease, of being overweight and not having the stamina to be able to work with clients for 8-10 hours a day. So there's a pain and you get to choose your pain. So do you take the little amounts of pain along the way of your discipline, or do you take the big pain down the road? We can look at this from a health point of view. The pain of eating salad as opposed to donuts and cheeseburgers. I love donuts and cheeseburgers, but if I ate donuts and cheeseburgers every single day, I'm probably going to have a heart attack. And that's on the list of not good things, I think. So having the pain of the discipline of, I don't want to eat the salad. I'm not touching kale, by the way. I hate kale. But having that discipline on a little basis and that pain avoids the big pain down the road. Having the discipline to save money every single month in a 529 plan avoids all the pain of not being able to pay for the kids' college, or they don't get to go to the school that they want, or that you have to borrow a gazillion bucks and pay student loans for the next 30 years after. So which pain do you want? Do you want the 20 plus years of student loan payments after the fact? Or do you want that little pain every single month of putting money aside into the 529 plan, the life insurance, the other things? Same thing. You can have the little pain of picking up the phone every single day, 15 or 20 times to get new clients. Or you can have the big pain of, I'm leaving the business because I failed out.
Yep.
Little pain of asking for introductions and being a little uncertain and asking, or the big pain of, I'm a failure. Pain is going to come at some point. We get to choose our pain. And most people choose to avoid pain, which just means that they're compounding it for down the road, as opposed to the people who are willing to accept the little pain of discipline right along the way. And those are the successful financial representatives. Those are the successful clients ultimately, because they can defer their happiness and thus have more.
I think one of the things I think is helpful on this arena is to try to plan ahead or try to project ahead to figure out what's going to be greater. The pain of one versus the other. I know the pain of regret never really hit me until my mother passed away. Frankly, I was 32 years old, and I really felt guilty that I didn't see her much the last 10, 15 years of her life, because I was out of college and I was moving around the country, and I felt a lot of pain, a lot of loss from that. And in the day after her funeral, it hit me. So, if I died tomorrow, what would I be sorry for not doing, having, achieving, accomplishing, or who I'd be sorry for not telling how much I love them, or how much I helped a little lady across the street. So I was able to really use that strategy, or try to project myself in the future. If I don't do X, what's going to happen?
Right. And you can do that beyond just that parental relationship. Let's say that you have a relationship with somebody, whether it's a new staff member or it's, somebody that you have a romantic interest in. Okay. With that new staff member, you can let them slide and, sit there and play on their phone in the first week and all that and everything, so you're avoiding the pain of that confrontation, that hard discussion. But then you're going to have all the pain of firing them and having to pay for, unemployment benefits and all this, because they're not on the same level. So you're avoiding that little pain is creating a bigger pain. Avoiding the pain of the little discussion with the person that you adore and saying, hey, you know what? You're not doing this, and it's worrying me. it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And all of a sudden you got to blow up. You got potential divorce. You lose a friend, all these things because you didn't take the little pains along the way of being truthful. The little white lies compound into the great big lie. The avoidance of having the real tough discussions means that you're going to have the most difficult of discussions down the road.
Yep.
So do you want the pain of regret after that blow up and you never can talk to this person again? Or do you want the pain of the discipline to be able to look them in the eye and say, I love you, but I don't like you very much right now because you're making some bad choices.
Yep.
So which is it going to be? I personally would rather have that little discussion right along the way. And, you and I have had these discussions where, I've said things that you're not exactly happy about, but it's in the best interest of our long range professional relationship.
Yep.
Okay. Being able to look at somebody in the eye and say, I love you, but you're not doing the best thing for you and for us. And then you can have that little bit of pain, and then you actually get a lot of the pleasure down the road.
It reminds me of a saying of one of the guys I met early on, and I actually, before I even started the company full time, a guy named John Selzer. He was with American Express Financial Advisors back in the day. He said, I value the truth more than I value making people feel good.
Yep.
That was a great line. I value the truth more than I value making people feel good. So that bad relationship that you have, whether it be with an employee or a fellow team member or a loved one, do you want to let it fester, or do you want to, let's face the truth, let's bring it up, let's solve it. It's kind of it's like personal activity management versus sales activity management. You manage those activities to get better results, and clearly the pain of regret, I believe, is so much stronger than the pain of discipline. Because it's not just because I'm Catholic, because we're trained to feel guilty.
Oh yeah.
And regrets, but no, it's really the pain of regret. I found out, like I said, when my mother passed away, that was the most painful thing, and that's changed my life. Changed my life. Now I prioritize, whether it's pick up the phone, making appointments, asking for introductions, or approaching a good friend when they say something wrong to you. You're better off doing it now, and pull off the Band-Aid, handle it.
And the pain of discipline, you don't have to have like the discipline of a David Goggins or any of these individuals. David Hilton Jr. from the Northwestern world, where it's 250 lives a year forever. You don't have to be there immediately. Like I teach my young clients, you don't have to start saving 15% for retirement right out of the door. Okay. But you have to start saving some. You have to take that first step and have a plan to increase it up to the level that you need. You don't need to make $25 every single day right out of the gate. Start making 5 and then make 10. Okay. Then make 15. Your discipline gets a little bit better. You don't have to start running 5 kilometers every day. Start with putting on your shoes and going, 100 yards. Then the next day you go a couple hundred. Then within a week, you're doing 1 kilometer, and you build up to it. Your discipline is like a muscle that gets stronger over time. Okay. And so if you're taking those little steps, but as Peter Thiel talks about in his book, 0 to 1, that is the hardest step, is just getting that first little bit of discipline, opening that conversation with that loved one, doing the little thing that starts along that path instead of choosing the nice, easy path of sitting on the couch eating Cheetos or avoiding everything. So discipline and regret both have pains. The question is, how do you minimize the amount of pain? And from what I've experienced, I think you have too, Mickey, the minimum amount of pain and maximum amount of pleasure is choosing the pain of discipline on a daily basis to get all those great rewards down the road.
Absolutely.
And that's all that sales is built around, because remember, sales is an activity game, and introductions let you win that game every single day.
And activity management is the most empowering concept in the world to help you accomplish just that. Thanks, Joe.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Good seeing you, my friend.